Anton Skoro, FiveGrappling. Let me just say first and foremost, the motherfucking king is here. The king is here. It's got to feel fucking amazing, Gordon, coming out after the knee injury, obviously changing weight classes and then coming out and dominating the way that I think everybody expects you to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy to be here, to be honest. There was so much time during the camp where I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. I just felt terrible. And then 5 weeks ago, maybe, I started feeling really good and, pulled it off.
Pulled it off incredibly. I'm curious, are we going to see you today in the absolute?
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Dude, you're a fucking beast. we got a chance to talk to your dad a little bit earlier, too. We talked to Big Gord. Dude, I just love the Ryan family. From you, Nikki, your pops, you guys really, I think, bring a side to the sport that we don't really see until we saw you guys.
Yeah, definitely a group of characters. Just like polar opposites between me and my dad and Nikki. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting group of people.
So Gordon, what does this mean to you at this point in your career to add this to your long list of achievements?
I'm just solidifying myself as the greatest no-gi grappler of all time. That's my goal now, is to show everyone that there's no one that ever did this sport as good as I did it.
So I've got to ask you, obviously your team has put on one hell of a performance today. I think you guys have had 3 guys in the finals. Nikki obviously came out and performed great yesterday up until his second match. I'm curious, what does it mean to you to be part of such an amazing team and also to have teammates around you that are solidifying you guys as one of the best teams in the sport as well?
It's great. We have Gary with the bronze, Craig and Nick Rodriguez with the silver, and I just won the gold. So, every year we're doing better and better. You have to remember that, myself and Nick, especially Nicky Ryan, are very young. Even Gary's not even, he's 28, but we're very young, and we're just starting. We've all been training with John 5 years, 8 months in Nick's case. I think 3 or 4 years in Nicky's case. So it's just going to get worse and worse for everyone. I keep telling everyone this, and everyone doesn't believe me, but it's just going to get worse and worse.
The scary part is I think about your brother and I think about how young he is and how long he's been in the sport. And then I look at a guy like Nick Rodriguez and I'm like, Nicky Rod's been doing this for 8 months, like you said. Where do you guys see the peak of, or the ceiling for you guys as a team and also for yourself as an individual?
So if you look at wrestling, the primes of athletes are much younger, because it's mostly an explosive sport, same with striking sport, any explosive sport, football, stuff like that. You see a much younger age in prime, but jiu-jitsu is a mostly isometric-based sport where you fight in the ground, so you don't really need too much explosion for this sport. So the prime of your grappling career, if you do it right, if you actively work and train like you should be training, I truly believe that the prime of a jiu-jitsu fighter should be somewhere in the mid to late 30s. So I'm looking to hit my prime in about another 15 years.
So fucking scary, bro. I don't even know what to say to that. So Gordon, my question for you, if you can face anybody in the absolute finals, because I have no doubt that we'll see you there, who would it be? And I'm curious your thoughts on facing Nick Rodriguez as well.
Nick's not fun to train with, not fun to compete against. I don't want to fucking be near that guy and on those fucking mats. Boucher is always someone who I wanted to compete against, who I never got to. Someone who I've been trying to get matches with, but he doesn't really compete that often, so it's hard to get matches with him. And he's expensive to get, which he should be. He's fucking, won everything a million times. But Boucher is always good. That's probably my number one match. It's always an interesting match because he's so enormous and talented that it's an interesting match to try to figure out.
All right, Gordon, before I let you go, anything you want to say to the fans out there, your sponsors, anything like that?
Yeah, I love all you guys. The entire arena was shaking, when I won and when I walked out. So, I'm just happy to keep you guys entertained.
Anton Skoro, FiveGrappling, the king, and I guess we can both say, fuck the haters.
Fuck the haters.